We're back. Whoa, I'm overexposed and my camera's all weird. It's just this angle here. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of the Stack Sats Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Cheers! Todd in the house. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Todd. This video tuned in. Here. Exposure. This lower down. There we go. Bump this up a little bit here. There we go. We had a power outage this morning and my computer shut off and all kinds of stuff went wonky. So I had to figure it out, and we figured it out. So we're back in action. Let's see if the lights back here are still working. Boom! We're good. Good enough. There it is. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to be stacking some sats, buying some Bitcoin on this tasty dip before it goes back up. Where we at? All right. McLovin in the house. What up? Good to see you in here, McLovin. Having a little technical difficulties today. Our power went out here in town and it was off for about 10-15 minutes, but it reset all my settings. So my settings are back in action. Hope everybody's having a good day. It is Wednesday. We've made it through the middle of the week. We're almost done with the week, but we keep stacking like madmen, stacking like psychopaths, stacking because if we don't stack, no one's gonna stack for us. Okay. All right, let's do the first segment of the show. The Sat Strength. What's up, Carlos? Good to see you in here. Hope everything is well. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $64,721.29. You can buy 1,545 Satoshis for a single dollar today. What the heck is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. It takes 100 million Satoshis to make one Bitcoin, just like it takes 100 pennies to make $1. So, when you look at the price of Bitcoin at 64,000, you might be thinking to yourself, wow, I'm priced out. There's no way I can afford that. I'd have to save up and buy a Bitcoin. But that's where you're wrong. You don't save up to buy a Bitcoin. You save in Bitcoin. Okay? You can buy as little as, so you're walking down the street minding your own business, you look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day for a single penny, you can be able to buy 15.45 Satoshis for a single penny. So, sats are cheap. Get them while you can, because that will. Sorry, I'm checking something real quick over here. Because that way, you can start to build your wealth and shield your wealth from inflation. All right, let's get back to the main portion of the show. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Carlos. Oh, I got Carlos already. DCA to BTC. That's right. DCA to BTC all day. Okay. Is this the bottom of the dip? It dipped down to 64,000. What? How low did it go? Let's see. 64,500? Did it hit 64,500? It touched it, huh? Maybe just tapped it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's about 64,500. Will it stop going down? Is this a bottom of the week? Bottom of the month? It's halfway through the week, so it usually reverses halfway through the week, right? We're up at 64,900 now. Crazy. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it does. It looks like it's pumping back up a little bit. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Either way, we're buying some Bitcoin today, so let's keep it going. All right, let's jump into the segment of the show that we like to call. Before we do that, shout out, round of applause to Leonard. What up, Leonard? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back. Stacking sats over here. Let's jump into why we stack. why we stack. All right. We stack, we save in Bitcoin because when we do, it increases our purchasing power over time. We can buy less, we can buy more and more things, or buy the things that we consume day to day or to maintain our current lifestyle. We can buy those things for less and less Satoshis over time as our purchasing power goes up. If you were saving in paper money, your life gets more expensive because the purchasing power of that paper money is getting debased daily. And so prices appear to go up, but it's because you need more of the weaker paper money to buy the same things. When you save your value in Bitcoin, the purchasing power of Bitcoin goes up, so your money gets stronger. So with stronger money, you need less of that money to buy the same things. So that's why we stack. That's why we save in Bitcoin, right? It's been a long time since I checked into the sats, the Burrito Index. Let's look into the Burrito Index, see what the status is. It's pretty much the same. Let's look at it anyway. Burrito Index shows that since October 2023, my burrito was costing me 49,603 Satoshis. Today it's costing me 21,166 Satoshis. So yeah, we're still at about a 57% discount on the cost of living since October. Right? It's pretty good. My milk is still in the 5-digit Satoshi range, but soon milk will drop to less than 10,000 Satoshis per gallon, and milk will be sub 4-digit sats, right? What does that mean? It's just another way of illustrating that if you're saving in Bitcoin, life gets cheaper. The prices of things go down. So imagine you go into the grocery store and you're looking at what your money buys you, and it buys you less and less things when you're buying in dollars, when you're paying in paper, right? But when your treasury reserve, when your savings are in Bitcoin, and your purchasing power continues to go up over time, then the prices of things that you buy at the grocery store are actually going down in cost, right? Relative to Bitcoin. So, what is the solution? What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, if you save in Bitcoin, your purchasing power goes up and you become more wealthy. And if you save in paper, you're going to continue to be broke and poor for your whole life, and you'll be forced to work more and more, harder and harder, just to maintain the current lifestyle you have. You won't be able to get ahead. You'll just be forced to work harder and harder to tread water, or even worse, sink a little bit slower, or sink less fast. Anyway, it's not a good deal. It's not a good deal. It's not bad for you. It's not good for your psyche. It's not good for your health. It's bad all the way around, because when you feel like there's no hope, then that's when stuff gets really serious and scary. So save in Bitcoin a little bit at a time for your financial security and freedom, and for your psychological well-being as well, right? Because money is one of the biggest causes for divorce and for stress in people's lives. So if you can nail that part of your life that has to do with finances by saving in Bitcoin, the rest of your life will seem a little bit easier as well, not just financially, but psychologically as well. Okay. All right. That said, you should do your own research. You should read books like The Bitcoin Standard, which is 100% free, an audio version on YouTube. Just look for The Bitcoin Standard. You can watch it. It's about 8 hours long, but you can watch it in like 6 hours if you watch it like a 1.25 speed. And it's a good listen. It's part of it. Part of it is a little bit tedious. I get it, but in order for you to understand the benefits of Bitcoin, you have to understand the problem of the paper money. And once you understand the problems of the paper money, you're going to say, wow, I wish there was something that could fix this problem with the paper money. And then you realize that it's Bitcoin. And that's the reason it came about, right? To take the power, to take the financial power away from government and institutions and give it to the people. That's Bitcoin. All right. So that's why we stack. And just to round off this segment and do the classic one-liner or the classic two-liner elevator pitch of why we save in Bitcoin. We save in Bitcoin because saving in Bitcoin is like traveling back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. Simple as that. Simple as that. Carlo says, when you don't need BTC, you read the BTC standard. When you need it, you will read Alex Gladstein's Hidden Repression. Oh, there you go. Nice. Nice. Awesome. All right. How are we on the day count for, let's see. Let me check. I think we're at day 92 or day 91. Let me check. Here. There we go. So today, yesterday was day 92. We're counting down 100 days until we hit 100K Bitcoin, as predicted by the Monte Carlo simulation. And we're just going with it. If you want to look at the Monte Carlo simulation info, I'm going to put it up here on the screen real quick, just so you guys can see what we're talking about. Will it work? There it is. Where are we? Right here. Let's talk about this real quick. Boom. Okay, this is from our Discord server. Carlos put it up there. It says, the Monte Carlo simulation, 365-day forecast with 1,000 simulations of the potential price of Bitcoin. This orange line signals the average of all the simulations. And I saw this chart when Carlos put it up about, was it 8 days ago? And I said, okay, we'll start counting 100 days from that day. So 100 days, 100K. See that? Oops, my mouse is not showing up on the screen. There we go. 100 days, 100K. So based on the Monte Carlo simulation, today we are 91 days away from 100K, boys. Let's go. What up, BTC Backpacker in the house? Round of applause from the live studio audience for BTC Backpacker. Thanks for pumping the likes, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, so based on the Monte Carlo simulation, today marks day 91. So we're 91 days away from 100K. Stack accordingly. This is not financial advice, and I am in no way, shape, or form a fortune teller. Anyway, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn. I was kidding. All right, let's keep the show rolling. Stay solvent, my friends. That's right, Hard Huddle. It's okay to sell. It's not okay to sell out. Oh, Hard Huddle in the house, coming in hot, dropping knowledge. Round of applause from the live studio audience. I'm curious to see how that works out. Yeah, me too, BTC Backpacker. It's just for fun, you know. It's just for fun in games. But on the Discord, I'm going all in. I'm going all in and just having some fun with it for sure. Another quick update, guys. Especially since Hard Huddle is in the house. Check it out. My Kratky method of growing watermelons is working out. This whole bin is full of water with nutrients, and the plants, there's 2 plants, one here and one over here. They're suspended with the plastic bin, and they just basically slurp up the water inside, and it's full on blooming. It's awesome. Here's the biggest one so far. It's about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches across. These are mini watermelons. I forgot what they're called. And then my Kratky setup for my tomatoes is doing pretty good too. It's a 5-gallon bucket with a lid, and again, just a plant suspended in the fluid. and it's sitting there, right? There's the first vine, or the first group of tomatoes, and oops, yeah, there it is. There they are. So it's getting up, and there's another group of tomatoes growing up here. So it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. Let's go watch happen. And this is my mango tree, guys. I have a mango tree. This is potted. This is in soil. Hard huddle. This is in soil. But I wanted to see if there's a way to have to I guess do the Kratky method on this. Like keep the tree in the potted soil, but then have a section underneath that's only fluid. So that way it has like the basically the substrate is still like the earth or the soil, but it's in a pot. But anyway, it's making fruit now. This is my mom grew this tree from a seed, and this is the first year that it's actually putting out mangoes. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'll keep you guys updated with the mango process. And then this solar panel back there is just it's my hobby solar panel that I have set up for my little hobby miner. So that's it. That's an update of the Stack Sats Show Farms. Anyway, but yeah, slow and steady, stacking different things and learning along the way. Yeah, fruit trees are awesome. So we have a dwarf avocado tree that hasn't put out fruit yet. We have I forgot to take a picture of my serrano chili plant. That thing is loaded. It's loaded. The serrano chili plant is loaded with serranos. I'll put that up after the show. I'll go out there and take a picture of that. Anyway, I think that's why we stack, right? That's the whole stack segment. All right, let's jump into the stack recap, boys. Stack recap, because we don't only talk about stacking stats here. We do it every Monday through Friday. And today, our stack is down to 55% gains. But who cares? Sats are cheap right now. We're getting ready to stack as much as possible. All right. The current stack is at 0.2605 Bitcoin for the lifespan of the show. For just 2024, our stack is at about 17.11% in gains. We're holding 7.3 million Satoshis for 2024 that we bought here on the show. And the price of Bitcoin today is 65,000. It's well above our average buy price. So today we're going to be stacking $20 for the show. $20 stack today. Our German Satoshis are still in profits. Our buys for the last week are actually in the negative, but it's okay. We keep stacking, and eventually it comes back up, and we don't get scared. We stack our schedule. We stack our schedule stack, and we keep it going. All right. Now that we know how much Bitcoin we're going to stack, there's only one thing left to do, and that is it's time to stack some sats. J-Dub in the house. Let's go. What up, dude? Good to see you in here. Hope everything is well. Just in time for the stacking. Stack up the stackopolis. The stackopocalypse. Buying $20 worth of Bitcoin today over on Strike. Here, Strike. Buy $20 queued up. It's ready to go. We're gonna cut the music, start the drum roll, hit confirm, and wait for the Satoshis to fly into the screen. Just like that, $20 of Bitcoin stacked to the Stack Sat Show stack. When that happens, we chill. Round of applause from a live studio audience for Echo36. Welcome to the stream. Flip garage sale items to buy BTC. Couch coins to buy BTC. Flip food bank cans to flip. Yep. Sell your sister. Echo36. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. We've been stacking too. We have a section that we call Operation Flipping Sats. And that's what we're doing here. We're just selling stuff out of the garage and we don't use anymore and converting it to Bitcoin immediately and seeing the value of those things, of those liberated Satoshis go up, right? I could have still had a sewing machine sitting in my garage, but now instead I have 147,864 Satoshis currently worth $96.07. So yeah, convert those trapped Satoshis, liberate those trapped Satoshis, and free them into your hardware wallet. Free them into your self-custody wallet, boys. All right, here we go. Today we bought at $65,031.84. That was the price of Bitcoin on this last purchase. We purchased $20 worth, and the yield was 0.000300462 Bitcoin, and that translates to 30,162 Satoshis for today's purchase. And then we're going to move this to the overall spreadsheet for the whole lifespan of the show. Every single purchase we've done on the show is on this spreadsheet, and it's here so you can see that you can save in Bitcoin slow and steady. The more you save, the more you gain, and the closer you get to your freedom date. Our final total after today's purchase is 0.260821921 Bitcoin for the show. We've invested well, it's hard to say this one now because we've invested a lot more than that, but overall we're up about 54.9% since the beginning of the show. Just in 2024, we're up about 16.8%. Not bad, not bad. And we're gonna keep going. That's right, we saved it. Saved. My favorite dinosaur is a Stegosaurus Rex. Let's go. Strike got a new update, did it? I need to see if I need to update my app. Interesting. Oh, rescued works as well. Rescued Satoshis. I like that. Rescued Sats. Operation Flipping Sats. Rescued Satoshis that were stranded. Right? Stranded Satoshis that were captured in physical items around the house that you don't use. That still have value, but you don't use that stuff anymore. Get rid of it. Hold the Satoshis instead. And if you need that stuff in the future, you'll probably be able to buy a better version of that thing that's new and have Satoshis left over, right? So stack them sats, boys. All right. So we've stacked, we've laughed, we've cried. If you guys have any questions, any additional comments, put it in the chat and we can talk about those things. Do me a favor and smack that like button. Smack it. Tap it. Whatever you gotta do. Make that thing get up there. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you want to jump into the chat, say hello. I don't bite. I encourage beginners to ask beginner questions because I am also a beginner. Okay? I want to say I'm a beginner, but like, you know what I mean? I was also a beginner. Everybody was a beginner at one point. But I'm 100% okay with helping new people understand Bitcoin. If you have any questions about how Bitcoin works, how mining works, how wallets work, where you should buy Bitcoin, how you should hold your Bitcoin, why it's important to take your Bitcoin off of the exchanges and put it into self-custody and into a wallet that you control the keys for, why it's important to not be tricked into buying poop coins because you think you're going to get more of a certain coin because it's like a million coins for $1, and you think you're only going to get 0.0001533 Bitcoin for $1, right? It's still better to hold the Bitcoin. Okay, don't get tricked by the illusion of more coins for your dollar. Bitcoin is the only one you should be messing with. Don't buy Ethereum. Don't buy any other poop coins. Everything else is a poop coin. Okay. On top of that, don't try to trade Bitcoin because you're going to be left behind when the price skyrockets if you're not in it. Time in Bitcoin is better than timing Bitcoin. Okay? Another thing, if you already have a nice little stack of Bitcoin on the side, congratulations to you. Don't take your stack of Bitcoin and upload it and deposit it on some site that's promising you a percentage yield, like 10%, 11% growth on your Bitcoin for letting them hold it for you. Okay? You never know when that company's going to go out of business, and if that company does go out of business, or if it gets like seized by the SEC or the government or whatever, there goes your Bitcoin. Okay? Because when the Bitcoin is sitting on their wallet, you do not have the keys to that wallet. Therefore, you won't be able to restore that wallet to get your coins back if you're holding it in a place like that that's promising you a yield. Okay? There is a risk associated with that, and the risk is you're losing your whole bag, or you're losing whatever coins you have deposited there that are earning you yield. Okay? So don't do it. It's gone. Exactly, Carl. And it's gone. Okay? So that's it. That's what we do here. Super basic. We only talk about Bitcoin, pure Bitcoin signal, no politics, no shenanigans, no other products. Very easy. Okay. Oh yeah, we do talk about other stuff that's productive in life, like working out, like spending time with fam, like gardening. You know, things that are going to help you out in the future, help you become a more sovereign individual, right? So yeah, that's what we do. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat, or if you want to invite people in the future to join us here for the show, we're here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. Are you still live streaming your fishing? Carlos, I've been off and on with live streaming my fishing. Since I got the Blue Belt promotion, my schedule got a little bit wonky. And also the cold got me a little bit wonky. But yes, my goal is to get back to live streaming my fishing adventures, I think on Thursdays. Right now what I'm trying to figure out is if my schedule is going to work out for the advanced jiu-jitsu class, because my regular class was at a certain time and it was perfect because it was right before my kids class, right? And it just my schedule's all weird, so I'm not sure how everything's gonna work yet. But once I sort that out, I will get back on the kayak and catch some fish. Carl, what about my jam session? Yesterday I jumped on my fishing channel with my guitar, do a little practice, stacking hours of practicing my guitar, and it was a disaster. Michael Saylor for president. Nice. Awesome. All right, boys. Let's see. Let me sure I didn't miss anything here in the chat real quick. I'm gonna scroll up real fast. Make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, cool. Yeah, it's good. So, questions for the future, for future episodes. If you're watching this replay and you have questions that you wish we could cover, put it in a comment. I'll see the comment, and then I'll make that a topic for an upcoming show, and we can cover those things. Okay. Remember, it's okay to ask beginner questions. We're all beginners at one point, and I'm happy to help. Okay. All right. So with that said, can you play guitar, Carl? Does anybody in the chat? Okay, you guys. I'll ask you guys a question. Does anybody in the chat play any instruments? You guys play any instruments? If so, put it in the chat. Tell me what instrument do you play? Be nice. Hard, do you play piano? Dude, that's a beautiful instrument, dude. That's such a good instrument. That's cool. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like the best piano player you ever heard, 1 being the worst piano player you ever heard, what would you rate yourself as far as piano playing? Like on guitar playing, I would rate myself like a solid 4. Oh, you too? Okay, yeah. Like I know a bunch of chords. I can figure out all the chords. I know a lot of scales. I could play guitar, but like I don't have like. Yeah, that's good. Like I don't have. There's definitely room for improvement. but I am definitely capable of reading through like chord progressions and uh, knocking out the occasional campfire song. Like we could do campfire karaoke. I'd be the guitar guy, you know. I'll pull up the song. I'll pull up the song on the website, and then I'll play the song, and whoever's singing can sing it. I can usually do pretty good with that style. My singing sucks, as you guys could tell from yesterday's live stream on my fishing channel. But I try. Carl says not really. Took lots of lessons when I was younger. I was never very good. I think I can still play Back in Black. Oh, nice. I'm teaching my son this song called "The Middle" by shoot, I forget the name of the band. What's the name of that band? It's like sorry guys, I'm gonna look it up. I gotta look it up. The name is a little bit weird. Let's see. Yeah, by Jimmy Eat World. By Jimmy Eat World. It's a cool song, but it's like full. It's 3 chords. It's 3 chords, and I'm teaching him power chords. He's got like a little mini Fender, so I crank up the distortion on the amp, and just like I'm teaching how to palm mute, and then he like my younger son, we have a little drum kit for him, so they're learning to play that song together. It's really cool. It's really cool. What else? Any other instrument players in the house? Carlos, you don't play instruments? Just saying. What else is in here? J-Dub, do you play any instruments? Or Todd, do you play any instruments? Let's see. Used to play the guitar at high school. Okay. Very cool. What style of guitar, Carlos? Like what style of music did you used to play in school? Like traditional music, or like jazz music, or like classic rock, acoustic style? What's up? What kind of music do you like to play? That's cool. Yeah, I'm in the middle of two styles in my guitar playing this year. This year I really want to learn to play some jazz. When I was in high school. What up, Andrew? Good to see you. No worries. I'm glad you jumped in. I'm a Welshman from the land of song, and even named after a singer. No way. That's cool. I can't sing. Oh, don't. Wah, wah, wah. But do you play any instruments, Andrew? So in high school, let me tell you guys the story of how I got into music. Back in the day when I was, it was a summer between middle school and high school. And a friend of mine and I, 2 of my friends, we would walk around town collecting cans. I know, bear with me, it sounds crazy. We would collect cans from like wherever we could find them. We walked down the railroad tracks and sometimes dig through trash cans, you know, and find about. We would need 2 like Vaughn's shopping bags. We would need about 2 Vaughn's shopping bags worth of cans each to get like the $1 to get into the public pool, the community pool, right? So in the morning we would get up, walk around town, collect cans, and get our 2 grocery bags worth of like cans, not smashed, just regular, not smashed, just so you didn't need that many cans because they take up a lot of space. And we go to the vending machine next to the Vons, and we put the cans in the machine, and the machine would give you like $1 or whatever, however much, right? So we knew that two bags were enough to get into the pool. So we'd do that, and then we'd walk to the pool, which was at the high school, the one high school in town. And while it was the beginning of summer, and we're going to this pool regularly. What up, Todd? And I met this girl at the pool, and like started talking to her and stuff. Thought it was cool, and she's like, okay. After like meeting there at the pool with her and her little brother, like for like a week or so, at the beginning of summer, she said she was gonna stop coming to the pool because she was gonna start band, like summer school band class, right? And I was like, what? So she's like, yeah, you want to come? You can hang out, and then maybe you can walk me home after. I was like, all right. So then what I started doing was, I started going to the band room where she was playing with the band, and it was I would basically sit outside of the band room and hang out and wait for their class to be done, and when their class was done, I would just walk her home, innocent enough. And then the band director noticed that I was sitting out there waiting for her to come out. Carlos. And so he said, you know what? He said, hey, he's like, oh, hey, you can wait inside if you want. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Right. So he got me to wait inside the band room while they were playing. And I would show up like maybe 30 minutes early before their class was over. And then I don't know how it worked out, but like during one of their breaks, he's like, hey, why don't you go up there and play one of those bass drums, You're here anyway. And I was like, sure. I'm here anyway. And so I started playing a bass drum, which is like super easy instrument. It's just like two big mallets, and you have one giant bass drum, and it's just like when it's your turn, you just hit boom, 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 right? So while we're here playing bass drum, no music experience, but I did start to learn the beats. I started to learn how to read the timing for music. No notes, because it's just one note. My bass drum just played one note. It's just boom, right? And so I started playing the bass drum, and then I pretty much was in the band since that day. It's like, yeah, you want to come? You want to show up to class? Show up early, and you can just do regular class with us, and I'll give you credit for it for when you start high school. And I was like, what? What are you saying? He's like, yeah, this will count towards your high school, and you'll have 5 credits of high school when you start. And I was like, shoot, sign me up for that. And then by the end of the summer, I was like, cool, I got extra 5 credits. I got an extra 5 credits for school for like a physical exercise or whatever it's called, an elective. And then he drops the bomb on me when the final days of middle school happened. He was like, hey, are you going to take band next year during actual school? I was like, no. He's like, well, if you take band, it counts as PE, and it's first period. You don't have to like go and change out and shower with everybody. You can like just skip PE because you're marching in band, so it counts as PE. And I was like, it does? He's like, yeah. And after going through middle school where you have to go and like change out and shower in front of everybody, it was kind of weird. I always thought that was weird. I was like all about it. I was like, shoot, I don't have to change out, and it counts as PE, and I'll be in here with a bunch of people, and it's gonna be awesome, and I'll be learning more music. I was like, yeah, sign me up, let's do it. And so I changed my schedule from that day forth. Like my whole high school, like my first period was always band. I went from bass drum to, I think we used to call them quads, and then later on they became quints, and we call them just tenors now, where it's just like a bunch of little drums. And it's like they make different sounds, but you play different patterns. And then eventually I went on to be the snare drum, and then I was drum captain the last year of like my senior year. My junior and senior year I was a drum captain. And then so that was really fun. Got to go on a lot of adventures because of that. But also that next summer, like by then this girl had moved away, and it was like she was long gone, but I was like deep in the music already. And I found that I understood the beats and the patterns and the rhythms and how to read music on that level, but I wanted to add the second part, which was learning to read notes along with the music. So I decided to try to learn how to play guitar, and it was a struggle because we didn't have internet, and I didn't have a guitar. Right? Yeah, the romance was over. Nothing came about it. Sorry. But music came about it, which is awesome. Okay, that's the moral of the story. You know, you don't know what's gonna take you to change the path of your life. But yeah, for sure is the hardest. Yep. And so I decided to, okay, I'm gonna learn guitar, but there was no resources for me. There was no internet. This is before internet, guys. Like, this is before cell phones. Well, maybe the rich people had cell phones, those big ones like Kurt Douglas on that movie. But some people in town had beepers. But they're mostly the kind of guys you wouldn't want to hang out with. or they're doctors, right? But anyway, I remember convincing my mom to take me to the public library in a city like 45 minutes away, and I picked up this book by Frederick Nod, who also happened to have a public access channel on playing classical guitar, right? So there's that. There's a guitar magazine, which was really important, right? And my first guitar that I ever played, that I ever had, was a borrowed guitar that my uncle had, and the action on that guitar was so bad. It was just terrible to play. Basically, the action means the distance between the fretboard and the strings. It was like so high that it was really difficult to make chords. So you had to have really good techniques where your fingers were sticking straight up when you press the string, or it wouldn't make a sound. It would just thud out. So that got me like to really work on my technique. And so eventually, my pops, I convinced him to get me a guitar. He got me an electric guitar, and he put that on layaway. Was it layaway? Yeah, I remember going with him to the music store and making payments on it. I can't remember if they let us have it before we were done paying on it, or if we had to finish the payments on it first before we got the guitar. I just remember that we would go to the music store a town over to make payments on that guitar. It's crazy. So anyway, once I got that guitar and was able to practice, I remember spending the rest of that summer, or the next summer, learning how to play guitar. And I taught myself decent enough that I was able to read chords and chord progressions. And the high school decided that they wanted to start a jazz band as an extra period at the end of the schools, at the end of normal class session. I think we had like 6 periods, and that was going to be like the 7th period. It was like an elective, like a bonus class, and again, it would give you more credits towards graduating. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I want to play guitar in the jazz band. And so the drum director at the time was also going to become the jazz band like coordinator or director. He saw that I was looking at it. He saw that I was learning it, and he was watching me progress through learning guitar. And one day I brought my guitar over to the band center, or whatever it's called, the band room. And he taught me a few things about like improvisation, and taught me what scales I should know. And I went home and I worked on those scales super hard. The blues scale, just like a pentatonic scale, just a bunch of scales that paid off in the long run, because he also taught me the 12 bars blues progression, and how to solo over that, how to improvise over that. And that was amazing. That was so cool. Techniques that I still use today. So anyways, that was an amazing time. But all that to say that lots of sacrifices were made for that. And anyway, music is awesome. So the moral of the story is pick something to work on and work hard at it, and stack time on those things that you love, because eventually down the road, that preparation makes opportunities for you. Okay, so down the road, by the time I was a junior in high school, I had learned to play guitar. I was in the jazz band, and I was a drum captain in the drum corps of our band. And we ended up going to England and to Ireland for like like 2 weeks, and basically I got to go for free because I was an important part of the group. Like I was the guitarist in the jazz band and the drum captain in the marching band, so they couldn't go without me. So even though like we came from like humble beginnings, the band boosters thought it would be important for me to go, and they covered my costs. It was amazing because at the time my parents don't make that much money, so it's wild. It's wild. So anyway, lesson learned was that if you prepare yourself and make yourself valuable with your skills and your knowledge, people will be willing to pay up for your skills, right? So skill up, learn a bunch of stuff, and make yourself more valuable to society so you can earn more. Okay? All right. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed story time and stacky time. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Sats Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later, guys. Have a good day.